Hello everyone. In the previous video we learned that how we can send a very beautiful email in our mail, right? So now the time is to send the dynamic values to our this email, right? So before this we need to connect our database with the connect our application with the database. So let's click on this new. We are going to create a new database. So I'm naming this Laravel mailing system. So let me name this Laravel mailing system. I always naming very descriptive database name, so it's very easy to understand. So let's go to the env file. So let me open .env file, and here I'm going to configure my database. So let's go here, and here let me name this Laravel mailing system. I'm not going to skip any of the steps because I almost try my best to shoot every series in the real environment, so people learn a lot from this real environment. Because if I faced any issue, so I also explain that how to fix this issue, so people also learn that how to fix their issues, right? So I add this here. So now it's good, php mailing system, and great. So now the time is to let's migrate our database. So type php artisan migrate. We have one database here, so that's why I'm adding this migrate. So it will migrate the user table and some other tables. So let's go to the database. So give it a refresh, and it will contain some users, and go here, and yes, the user table is there. So now the time is to seed some user, right? So let's close this env file, and here I'm going to let's go to the which one. So we need to go to the database, and there is a seeder. So maybe by default there is a user factory, and yes, user factory is there. So I want to create different I want to execute this factory, and I want to create the 10 user, right? So let's go to the database seeder, and here I want to run this factory, right? This one is a user factory, it's added, and here I want to run this 10. So let's go here and run the php artisan db seed. Why? Because we are in the database seeder. So let's run php. If you are looking for Laravel tips and tricks, so you can subscribe the YouTube channel for daily tips and tricks, so you can get the daily tips and tricks. Okay, it's seeded the database. So let's get refresh, and yes, we have 10 users, right? So in the first user, I'm going to replace with my email because I'm going to send this email. So Laravel is rendered the unique email, so that's why we are going to add here our custom email, and I'm naming this Hadi Niazi. I'm going to name this Hadayat Niazi. It's my name, and then the email is this one. So here I'm going to in the email. So let me remove this one, and let's close this seeder. Let's close some other. So now in the email I want to send this Hadi Niazi an email, right? So how can I send the dynamic parameter to this email, right? So let me check the video size. It's not going bigger. So let me grab the user credentials here. I'm not going to pass this custom email. So here I'm going to get the user. So let me add this at the top, where I'm going to type the name, and I'm going to find this Hadayat Niazi. Okay, Hadayat Niazi. I'm going to enter the exact name, calling this first method, so it will return the Hadayat Niazi, right? Save this one, and let's go here and get refresh, and yes, it's returning this user object. And now I want to add this into a data property, and in the data property I want to add some properties here, right? So which properties? I want to add the username, and then username. So what's the username? So I'm going to get this username from this name property, right? And then I'm going to get the email, right? So this one is the email, user email, right? Okay, so our this template is now ready. Sorry, now this data property is ready. So how can I pass this data property to our mail instances? So we are going to send this send dynamic values into our this email. So we are going to cover this in the next one. So I will meet you in the next one. Bye bye.